What's up guys, it's Tom here, and Liverpool have scored 5 goals away from home in Europe, which doesn't happen often, and Liverpool have broken so many records already this season, and we can add another one. Never before in Liverpool's entire more than 125-year history has Liverpool scored 22 goals from substitute players. The previous record was held in the 2005-2006 season with 21 goals scored by substitutes, and Dominic Szoboszlai, my fellow Hungarian countryman, has come on and scored a 5th goal, and that confirmed the new record, and we still have a few months to play, so Liverpool can keep extending this record. And also Darwin Nunez, what a player! He scored 2 absolutely brilliant world-class goals. The first one, he picks the ball up on the edge of the box for like 25 yards out and curls in, beautiful finish into the roof of the net, the curl of the ball deceiving the goalkeeper. Darwin Nunez is becoming that world-class striker that Liverpool were hoping he will eventually become, and it only took him like one warm-up season to get to a 40 goal and assist per season striker. Just like at Benfica, he took a season to get going, but this season he has 16 goals and 14 assists in just 24 starts, which is remarkable that he now has 30 goals and assists combined. Yes, he played 39 games in total, but just 26 or 27 starts, something like that, is absolutely remarkable considering that the rest of those games are substitute appearances. So absolutely amazing numbers. And also Harvey Elliott is now having his best season at Liverpool. He got another hat-trick of assists. I think that's his first time for Liverpool that he gets a hat-trick of assists, and now Harvey Elliott has 2 goals and like 7 assists, which is really remarkable. McAllister is also adding goals and assists to his name. He scored a brilliant penalty in the opening like 5 minutes, but Liverpool defensively were very shaky in the first half. Kevin Kelleher is world class. Now I can say it because he made so many world class saves. If it was Adrian in goal, Liverpool could have conceded 5 or 6 goals. Kelleher made like 3 world class saves in the first half alone, and I'm actually surprised that Sparta Prague's XG wasn't higher. And Liverpool scoring 5 goals away from home in Europe with still having 8 players injured is a stupendous feat, honestly. And also Liverpool probably almost completed the perfect game if it wasn't for Konate getting injured in the second half. And some people are saying that Konate should have been substituted at halftime, and I understand your sentiment because yeah, we don't want injuries to happen. But probably the Gomez-Conor Bradley substitution was pre-planned, but Jurgen Klopp didn't know that Konate would play 3 or 4 minutes in the second half and get injured. Hopefully it's not too serious and it's just a precaution. But if Konate can't start against Man City, that is going to be a big blow, because Konate-Van Dijk is our best centre-back partnership. They are brilliant together, but if Joe Gomez with Van Dijk, that centre-back partnership won us the league. So I trust Joe Gomez to do the job. Hopefully he can do it, and I think Conor Bradley will start at right back against Man City, Robertson at left back. Mo Salah also came back and he had a cameo, and his goal should have been given because they didn't show the lines, but on the replay it looked like Mo Salah was onside, but because we didn't see the lines, I'm still kept skeptical on why they disallowed the goal. So Szoboszlai came on for Darwin Nunez, who, as I said, I think was the best player on the pitch. Harvey Elliott and McAllister gave the assists for Darwin Nunez's goals. His second goal, Darwin Nunez, Liverpool's 3rd goal, is also stupendous. It's a bouncing ball, it's going away from goal, and he half volleys it into the bottom far corner when literally anywhere else he shoots, it's either saved or it's going wide. So he found the one place where he can score, and Darwin Nunez now has 3 goals in like 1.5 games basically, or just 1 game, because he played, wait a second, he came on as a substitute against Nottingham Forest, so he played 30 30 minutes against Nottingham, 51 minutes against Sparta Prague. So that's 81 minutes in total, plus stoppage time. So you know what, let's put it to 90 minutes, because there was a lot of stoppage time against Nottingham Forest, and rightfully so, because Nottingham Forest time wasted. He got 2 yellow cards for time wasting, but that's another matter. So Darwin Nunez, in one 90-minute period, he scored 3 goals now in his last 2 games. Over the last 90 minutes that Darwin Nunez played for Liverpool. Absolutely brilliant. That's world class. And now I'm seeing Darwin Nunez has 4 games in a row where he scored 5 goals in total. He played one half against Brentford. He played the full game against Burnley. And then we played another 90 minutes combined against Sparta Prague and Nottingham Forest. So that's 2.5 games. Nunez has 5 goals. In 2.5 games in total. 2.5 90 minutes. Period that he played for Liverpool in the last 5 games, and he scored 5 goals. Absolutely incredible statistic. I'm saying that Darwin Nunez missed some games because of injury, but still, that is absolutely brilliant. Luis Diaz also scored a really good goal. Harvey Elliott, after good work by Conor Bradley on the touchline, he passes it to Diaz, who shoots on goal. It gets a big deflection. And as I said, Sparta Prague was probably very, very unlucky in the first half, because Sparta Prague had a lot of big chances and Kelleher made some amazing saves. And also Joe Gomez cleared it off the line. Sparta Prague should have scored 2 or 3 goals in the first half, if I'm totally honest. Liverpool were still the better team in the first half. It was harsh that Liverpool were 3-0 up at half-time. Second half though, Liverpool showed even more maturity, and also Bobby Clark came on. We had 4 youth academy players in the whole game that were involved with Liverpool. Conor Bradley, Kwanzaa, Bobby Clark, and Harvey Elliott. I count him as a youth academy player because we signed him from Fulham, yes, at 16, but he also played for our youth academy for some years. Mo Salah came on for Luis Diaz, as I said. His goal should have stood, in my opinion. But Liverpool overall, I think, played brilliantly going forward. Defensively, it was a little bit tricky. Probably Sparta Prague created a lot more chances than we would have liked. But yeah, this defense didn't play too many games together, and Liverpool changed Gomez and Konate after 45 or 50 minutes. Second half was much more mature performance. And Dominic Szoboszlai scored a really good 5th goal. It was maybe a kind of a goalkeeping error, but I'm so happy for Dominic Szoboszlai, who also returns from injury with a goal. He already played a substitute game previously, but I'm so happy to see a Hungarian scoring goals for Liverpool now. Szoboszlai has 5 goals and 3 assists in 29 games, and hopefully Szoboszlai will be fit enough to start against Man City. With Salah, that is such a huge boost to our team. If we could have Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai starting in midfield, that would be absolutely brilliant. Salah, Nunez, Luis Diaz is our best attack. We have to talk about Cody Gakpo, who had another very disappointing game. I felt that Cody Gakpo should have done better with his game time that he had. In this injury period, Cody Gakpo stayed fit and he started the last 5 games. And yes, he scored 1 goal against Luton, but he had so many chances against Southampton, even against Chelsea in the League Cup final, and against Nottingham Forest, and against Sparta Prague. He had so many chances, he just couldn't take them, which is really disappointing, because I felt this was really a golden chance for Cody Gakpo to take his chance. He had 2 chances created, 1 big chance created. He had 4 shots, 3 of them were on target, 1 of them was blocked. But the problem is that he had an XG of 0.8, expected goals on target 1.7, which means that he should have scored at least 1, maybe 2 goals, because sometimes he was 1-on-1 with the keeper, sometimes he had 1 defender on him, and he had a clear shot on goal. It's just his finishes weren't good enough. His passing was pretty decent, but he only made 21 accurate passes from 26. That's 81% pass accuracy. He had 3 successful dribbles out of 4, which is pretty decent. But yeah, it just feels like Cody Gakpo could do much better with the amount of opportunities that he gets in this Liverpool team. And it's clear that Cody Gakpo is a good substitute player, but he didn't make that step that Darwin Nunez made this season, that Harvey Elliott made this season, that Curtis Jones made, that Joe Gomez made, to go to the next level. Konate also stepped up, Kwanzaa, Conor Bradley, Kelleher, they all made the next step in their careers. Gakpo feels like he's stagnating at the moment, which is, okay, some players do that. But under Jurgen Klopp, I know it's a luxury right now to say this as a Liverpool fan, but you expect every player to actually get better season after season as a young player, with more experience, with more time, with more of Jurgen Klopp's coaching, guidance. You expect every young player to get better season after season and gradually progress into a world class or a very good player level. And Cody Gakpo, I feel a little bit that he hasn't progressed that much. His numbers are still great, to be honest. He scored 11 goals and got 4 assists in 39 games. It's actually very similar to Luis Diaz, but because Gakpo got the majority of his goals in the first half of the season and Luis Diaz gets the majority of his goals in this middle part of the season, it feels like Luis Diaz had a better season, but actually if you look at the stats, Diaz had 37 games, 11 goals and 3 assists. So Gakpo, if you just look at the numbers, Gakpo is having a better season than Luis Diaz, but it doesn't feel like it, if you get my drift, because Cody Gakpo started well and then he's just a little bit fading into mediocrity. Luis Diaz, of course, he had a lot of personal problems, but now Luis Diaz feels like he's properly back into top form. He scored against Sparta Prague, he scored against Luton, and he was a live wire against Chelsea in the League Cup final. He got an assist against Brentford, he scored against Burnley, he got a goal and an assist against Chelsea, and he got a goal against Fulham. And this is just games from the last 1.5 months that I listed. So Luis Diaz is really back in form. And it's very, very important for Liverpool that we have this tie pretty much won, because Sparta Prague would need to score 4 goals and not concede any to have even a chance for extra time at Anfield. And Liverpool have the crucial FA Cup quarter-final against Man United 3 days after we play Sparta Prague at Anfield. So we can go full throttle against Man City at Anfield, and then we can rest a lot of players against Sparta Prague. Even if we send out a full youth academy team, I don't expect Liverpool to lose 4-0 to Sparta Prague, even with a full youth academy. But Liverpool, of course, will just cleverly rotate and give the fringe players playing time. So Gakpo will probably be on the bench against Man City and he will start against Sparta Prague. And this is why I love the Europa League, that you can blow teams away in the first leg, and then in the second leg, the youth academy players and the fringe players, the bench players, can get some playing time. Konate's injury is a worry, because next season when we are in the Champions League again, you can't really rest players every 3 days. Konate would have to play on the weekend and then the midweek in the Champions League and then on the weekend again. So Liverpool probably need to sign another centre-back who is not as injury prone as Matip or Konate, because yes, Joe Gomez had a great season, but he's a little bit injury prone. Van Dijk is getting older, Kwanzaa is young, but you have to have reliable centre-backs who can play week in, week out. If you are chopping and changing the defense all the time, that always unsettles the defending of any team. That's my analysis for this Liverpool game. I'm really hoping that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.